industry, and we kind of started out talking about the deals you can get or not get in the car industry. Now we're talking about the industry in general, how things have been changing. It's been changing at an alarming rate that most people don't realize the change and how that change can actually impact them going forward. Now, having said that, you got to realize that most of the changes that happen are not an accident. They're well thought out. And you also have to look at the broader picture, the macro picture, look at the micro picture, see exactly what's going on the larger scale. People like to focus on the micro, like, okay, what's going on within, say, my zip code? What is happening? What are cars selling for? What does an M4 competition like I'm driving sell for? What's the last average sales, and how many sales have happened? So it's okay to look at those, but I also want to implore you to look at what's happening at the bigger scale. For example, are there incentives that are out there to encourage new car buyers? I don't know. Are there incentives? If there are, what are those incentives? What is going to make somebody come back to the car industry and be a loyal customer? I mean, it could be a varied amount of things. It could be reasons why folks want to remain basically in the car share space, where they don't ever want to deal with car dealerships, or they don't want to deal with people that can help them realize the dreams that they have. But the question then becomes, is it really a dream, or is it just people just letting you believe that it's a dream? Okay, that's the part I don't quite understand. I would hope somebody can explain that part. But at the end of the day, though, you have to be the one that say, hey, this is what I'm looking to do, and this is why I'm looking to do that, and it makes sense for me to do that. It makes sense for me to be part of the automotive industry. It's an industry that's seeing growth in other sectors, and the sectors that I'm talking about in particular have something to do with dealing with the car sharing space, right? What does that mean? If you say it'd be a growth industry dealing with the car sharing space, does it mean that everything that you touch in that industry is going to be magically successful? Not necessarily, but at the same time, you got to be cognizant of the fact that it's not everything that you see is actually what it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. So, having said that, it behooves you, and that's a word that I don't use quite lightly, it behooves you to understand the dynamics of the industry. Understanding the dynamics of the car industry is going to allow you as a consumer to be well positioned to make economic decisions. And if you're joining this live right now, I need you to hit the like button, and also consider subscribing to the Carshares YouTube channel. We are here to help decipher some of the issues that consistently are showing up in the car ride and car sharing industry. We dissect those issues and we'll give you solutions to enable you make the right decision, and not just as a consumer but also as an entrepreneur. And I'm saying that not because I just like talking about entrepreneurship. I am saying that so you can understand the level of detail that is required to be well positioned to make a difference. All right, the level of detail that's required to be well positioned to make a difference. And making a difference is not one of those things that everybody's going to do just because they want to make a difference. Some people don't want to make a difference, and I'll tell you that. They don't want to make a difference because in their mind, there's something going on that they don't understand, and they don't anticipate anybody else to understand. And because of that, in their mind, they're thinking, I don't have to make a difference. What would a difference be to me, right? Why would I have to make a difference when I could just be me, right? Why do I have to let somebody else save money? And I'll tell you how the broader economic scenario impacts you as a consumer sitting out there watching this live on YouTube, trying to figure out, hey, How does this relate to me? Well, let me tell you something. Vice President Kamala Harris, Kamala, I think that's how you pronounce it. She just put forth her economic plan. And something that caught my attention from that plan is she's hoping that by the government getting into the build space for housing is going to accelerate a rapid price drop in the housing prices. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that by Kamala, I think I got it right, Vice President Kamala, who's, by the way, if you guys are not quite tracking, is running to be president of the United States, right? Hey guys, hello, hey, how's it going? How's the dude allowed? What dude? Because he can. I'm reading your chats. I appreciate you guys. Just keep chatting. But this whole thing is gonna come to a crescendo this coming week because they're gonna have the Democrat convention, and in that Democrat convention is where you're gonna then see the torch being passed from current President Joe Biden to Vice President Kamala Harris for the next iteration of leadership. And I just told you that from a broader perspective, people tend to look at this stuff that I'm telling you about. They tend to look at it. They don't look at it just because they just like looking at stuff. They look at it from the perspective of, hey, look, how can I make a difference? And somebody said they can make a difference. All right, they can make a difference. And I don't understand. He can't see though. Who can see? What you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I can see, and I'm reading your comments. And by the way, just leave where you're from, real quick. Say, hey, this is where I'm from, and this is why I'm on this live, right? I'm on this live for select individuals that are looking to enjoy some live opportunities, right? Oh, by the way, if you haven't already done it, so take a break and join the YouTube channel. Join the Carsharing YouTube channel, because at the Carsharing YouTube channel, will help you decipher the difference between the fake things that are out there and what's real. I say it again. Here at the Carsharing YouTube channel, will help you decipher what is real and what is fake. And what is real is as good as what you make it to be real. Because nobody's going to come and tell you, this is real. I'm going to build thousands and thousands of houses. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I build those houses, and oh, by the way, who's going to live in them houses? When I build those houses, it's going to be for me. Okay? What kind of car are you driving? This is a BMW M4 Competition. BMW M4 Competition. All right? That's what I'm driving. It's got a carbon fiber trim, carbon fiber racing bucket seats, and this particular model came out the gate with 560 horsepower and 560 pound-feet of torque. And when I tell people that, they argue. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to enjoy it. Why? It's my car. Why? I spec'd it. That means I chose what I wanted to be in the car, and I took the time to wait about 6 months to get what I wanted. And it's a phenomenal car. All right, so yeah. But if you want to learn more about this car, or how you can get into a car like this, there should be a link in the description below. And in that link, I'm going to share an ebook that's going to tell you about the car sharing industry and how you can, as an entrepreneur or as a consumer writ large, know exactly how this industry is working. And why I'm telling you now, it's probably a good time to get not only good deals from the car industry, now it's probably a good time to realize the opportunities that exist, either as you wanting to join the industry, or this guy just running a red light. It's not worth it, guys. All right, don't run a red light because you think you can run a red light. It's not a good thing. But yeah, going back to what I was talking about, right? The car industry, from the Oahu, I'm all right. Appreciate you all the way from Hawaii. That's good stuff. I think I've been to Hawaii twice, and both times were great experiences for me. Yeah, so I'm maybe possibly gonna take another trip to Hawaii. It's always a good feeling when you away from everything and in the middle of nowhere, basically. But the only thing about Hawaii that after I went there, is driving around that uh, uh, that island and knowing that you can't get out. The only way you can get out is fly out or get on a boat and leave. But other than that, it was a great experience. I think I went to Aloha. Is that how you guys say Aloha? Yeah, where there was fire and we all sat around there all through the night, and yeah, it was great. It was great. Yeah. So I'm glad somebody is dialing in from Hawaii. Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, I'm gonna go. Probably should go. Oh, wait a minute. The stuff I was trying to do, I gotta go finish doing. I didn't quite finish doing what I was supposed to do, so I'm gonna go do it. But having the conversation about how the broader economics impacts your zip code is very essential. It's something to be able to do, guys and girls. You got to be able to figure out what it is about the economy that may impact what I'm doing currently, right? Dingo Berry, what's up, buddy? You got to think, because I'll tell you what's going on. People are not like, they leave 30-second, newsflash. 30-second newsflash is not going to tell you anything. 30-second newsflash is going to make you think you know what's going on, but in actuality, you have no clue about what's going on. 30-second news clip and 30-second videos, they're just for entertainment. Okay? But if you want to get the best value from anything, you got to do some analysis. And that's what I do sometimes. I dive a little deeper. Now, back to what I was telling you about passing the torch. Okay? This coming week is the Democrat Party convention. And in that convention, there'll be the official passing of the torch from the current folks to the incoming folks. The thing that caught my attention was the economic plan that called for building out a whole bunch of homes. It's an incentive also for first-time home buyers that was going to be part of that plan. But what I wanted you to know, though, is how is it that out of the blue, there were supposed to be price controls that would then spur additional economic activity. Okay? The strategy according to this economic plan is the more homes that are built, the more likely that folks are going to then say, I want to buy into this dream. Because that's what it is. I want to buy into this dream. Home ownership is a dream. A lot of people want to own homes, right? But it's become very difficult for people to own homes, either because the down payment, where are you going to get that money? In an economic situation where wages are not going up, okay, but prices are going up, the take-home pay is not going to cut it. So it's from that perspective, I commend Vice President Kamala Harris for looking at solving this problem from that perspective. The other thing that I like to comment on is, besides the house, the other big ticket item that most people spend money on is, guess what? Cars. They spend money on cars. They gotta fill their gas tanks every 5 seconds. All right, they gotta do this, they gotta do that, and by doing this, it puts you in a situation where you can say, "Hey, look, I get it. If I don't have a car, or if I don't make sure the car is serviced, I'm not going to be able to transport myself to work." And that's why, from the economic perspective, I am a big believer that infrastructure should be part of the conversation. And when I say infrastructure, I'm not just talking about building roads and bridges. I'm talking about deploying rail. Okay, that's almost free. When I say it's almost free, I mean it's such a huge incentive that you almost got to be stupid not to ride the public transportation. Okay, so that, to me, when you have something like that, it's gonna further stimulate the economy, and it's probably gonna make people conserve the money that they've been spending on cars, which, like I said, is the second highest ticket item that folks have to contend with out of their budget. Cars. All right. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Talk about how the car industry is changing. Talk about how CarShares is here to help you guys out, and that don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the CarShares channel. And I'm going to be signing out, and I'll chat with you guys at a later time. Okay. All right. CarShares out.